It's BBC Radio 2, and we have two of Pop World's big guns for you this morning, gang. Hello, Sir Elton John.
Good morning, Zoe. How are you?
I'm very excited to speak to you. And good morning, Charlie Puth.
Good morning, Zoe. Glad to be here.
Oh, very excited. You two together. Oh, there'll be chat. Now, Elton, we must ask, how are you doing? We know you've had to postpone the tour. Bad hip. How are you in yourself?
I'm limping a bit. I've had to postpone limbo dancing for a while, but I'm going to have my hip operated on early in October. And then I should be recuperating and doing my, physiotherapy, and hopefully I'll be all right in a couple of months. So, fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. We're all getting over that image right now of Elton limboing. Oh, but he's very good. So bendy. Charlie, you are a big hit in our household. A bit of a king of TikTok, I would say. My Nell and I love your videos. Nearly 13 million followers. Only you, Charlie, could make a song about a light switch so catchy. Get your ears around this, gang.
You turn me on like a light switch when you're moving your body around and around.
You have so much fun with it, don't you, Charlie?
I do have fun with it, and I tell a lot of my friends and people close to me that if I weren't a singer, if I weren't a touring musician, I would be a teacher, and TikTok is a way for me to teach music in a way, and I guess making songs out of light switches. Elton told me to put that song out, which I feel like I have to finish it. I tell TikTok I'm going to finish it right away when I'm back from London.
When we were in LA in May, Charlie played us, and the boys said, "Oh, we love this. We love this. You got to put this out. You got to put this out." And I said, "This is a no-brainer, Charlie." So it is going to come out. When's it coming out?
I think it'll come out in the top of the new year. Yeah, top of the new year.
It is a smash, an exclusive for you there, ladies and gentlemen. Elton, the passion never leaves you, which is wonderful. How did the Lockdown Sessions album come about? Were you like the rest of us, sitting around during the pandemic, time to kill, thinking, okay, I could make an album?
Well, I was never intending to make any music whatsoever. But at the beginning of lockdown, which was 2020, we left Australia. Well, we finished our tour and went to LA, and I was in a restaurant, and someone brought Charlie over, and I'd never met Charlie before, and I was a big fan. And I found out that he lived 4 doors away from me in LA. And he said, "Listen, if you're bored, I have a studio. If you want to write something." I said, "I'd love to write something with you. I'm not doing anything." So I snuck up there in a mask. And we wrote After All, which appears on the Lockdown Sessions. And then the next day, so he started it off, basically. And then the next day I did the Surfaces track next door to him in my music publisher's house. Came back to England. I did Rina Sawayama. I did the Gorillaz. I did Metallica. I did It's a Sin with Ollie Alexander. And then Lil Nas X and Glenn Campbell, and then it all started to spiral after that. I thought, I've got a germ of an album here, let's continue. So it all happened by accident, and it was Charlie that really started it.
Yes, so Charlie, we thank you for that. Charlie, I was just reading on your social media about the day Elton came round and played is it a Rhodes?
Rhodes 88 keyboard. Yes. He came over, and we were both kind of in the mindset of it's totally okay if we don't write anything. It's just, it's weird times. We're just excited to get together and make something. We'll just make a track and a melody, if anything. And he sits down, and the record starts off in F major with... He plays the entire piano part from front to back like it's an entire song. I didn't have to edit. It's the first time I didn't have to edit anything in the piano part in any record I've produced. He made it easy for me. It seemed to just fall out of thin air when you work with Elton on things. I don't know how you did that.
Yeah.
I don't know how to do it. I don't normally write melodies first. I write to lyrics. I just sat down at the Fender, which I don't normally play, the electric piano, and I just wrote the song, and it just happened. It fell out of the sky, like it says in one of the lyrics.
That's right.
He finished it off, and voila, here we go.
And it's a beautiful thing. Boys, would you do the honours and introduce it for us, and we'll play it for our audience. They've waited very patiently.
Okay, I'm Elton John.
I'm Charlie Puth.
This is our duet from the Lockdown Sessions album, and it's called
After All.
Wow, Elton John and Charlie Puth, After All. How did that sound on Radio 2, Charlie?
Very, very big. You'd like that.
It's big, isn't it? It's huge. Also, Elton, we have to talk about Cold Heart with Dua Lipa. I mean, it's just a phenomenal track. That bass line, we're playing it all the time on the radio at the moment. We love it.
Thank you. And I'm thrilled because it's number 2 on the Wind Weeks today, which is, for me, stage of my career that I'm at. It's just an incredible bonus. And when I first heard the track which Pernell sent me, Duo wasn't on it. There was nobody on it except me. And I didn't really want to sing the Rocket Man part because I thought I've sung this so much. It would be nice to get a girl to sing it. And I got to know Duo because she did our Oscar broadcast this year. And I did her Instagram live stream. We took her out to dinner in LA in May, and we said, listen, we got this track. David, my partner, my husband and manager, said, give it a listen by the pool on a ghetto blaster, really loud, see what you think. And she did, and she rang us up at the house in LA and said, I'm in. So it was the icing on the cake. And without her, I mean, this record is absolutely just like a snowball. It's just like an avalanche at the moment. And I'm so grateful to her, and I love her so much. And we've become friends, which is the case for a lot of people that I've worked with on the lockdown sessions. I'd never met Charlie Puth until I met him in the restaurant. I never met Rina Sawayama till I did my radio show. Never met S.G. Lewis. Never met Jimmy Allen. I never met Dua Lipa. So there's a whole list of people there. Ollie Alexander's another one. Of Lil Nas X. The list goes on and on. Of people that are on this album that I've met, and we've all become friends, which is fantastic.
And Elton, you've always supported, young artists and always given great advice. Often I interview people and they're like, Elton's really helped me with my career. You mentioned Ed Sheeran. Obviously, he is currently number one, I think, holding you off the number one spot. Oh, what is he like? Actually, Elton, he was on the show a couple of weeks ago.
I love him to death. He phones me every day and said, listen, I'm number one and number three and you're number two. I've known Ed for so long. We used to manage him. I adore him. He's one of my closest friends. And I just can't believe I'm next to Ed Sheeran in the charts. I'm very grateful for that.
Oh, when he was on the show a couple of weeks ago, he was talking about all the cheeky presents that you buy each other. Have a little listen to this.
My friend is a stonemason. So he basically made, over the course of a week, all these huge phalluses. And I chose one that was, the funniest, and then I sent it to Elton, and as soon as it was sent off, I was like, oh man, I know he has a sense of humour, but I might have taken it a step far.
It's so good. Elton, is it on the mantelpiece?
No, we had to hide it. We got two children. I originally, of course, was going to... I thought it would look great in the garden, and David said, are you kidding me? So it's in my office, hidden away. Well, no, you can't really hide it away. It's so big. And I modelled for it. And there you go. It's Ed is just like that. I adore him. He's a funny little sausage.
Oh, boys, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us. We love the new single. It's phenomenal. The new single, After All, is out now, and the Lockdown Sessions album from Elton, and what a lineup, is out on the 22nd of October. You can pre-order it now. Elton, Charlie, thank you so much for talking to us.
You're welcome. Lovely to talk to you, Zoe.
Take care. Lots of love. Thanks, boys.